What's happened?
Oh, we are,
And you have to share your screen.
yes, I'm gonna mute everyone now. Okay. Okay, letting everyone in.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, to New Jersey Family Church's Cheon Prayer Vigil. And we would like to start off by offering our greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. So let's face our true parents' photo. 천징 장부님께 경배. 바로. And today we like to recite Family Pledge number 2 in Korean, then in English. 2. 하늘극 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 청주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 청주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. All right. And to open us up in prayer, I'd like to invite up Mr. Sunny Ebok. Mr. Ebok, if you can please unmute and offer prayer.
Let's pray. Good morning, everyone. Join me in prayer. Gracious Heavenly Parent and our beloved true parent, beautiful day. Monday morning, Heavenly Parent, 31st day of July 2023. Heavenly Parent, we come before you with a humble heart, with a heart of devotion to welcome this new day and to welcome you, our Heavenly Parent, into our heart, our families, our communities, Heavenly Parent, and most importantly, Father, into our nation. Heavenly Parent, every single morning, with the unification families from different regions of this country and different nations of the world, Heavenly Parent, dedicated this precious moment together as your children to learn your word, to receive the inspiration and the guidance from you directly through our true mother on earth, the first and the only begotten daughter of your direct lineage, Heavenly Parent, on earth at this time. We pray, Heavenly Parent, that you can please open our minds and our heart, that your word, that the blessings that you prepared for us to receive this morning can be a word of guidance, a word of inspiration, a word, Heavenly Parent, that can guide us and help us unite, centering upon our true mother. True mother is so desperate at this time, working so hard, dedicating her entire life for the sake of the salvation of humankind. True mother is not just sitting by the side, Heavenly Parent, and she is really immersing herself in your word, not only that, Heavenly Parent, she went around the world, around the globe, Heavenly Parent, as we read, as we understood from her memoir, Heavenly Parent, going around everywhere to embrace your sons and daughters, to give them love, to multiply goodness and lay the foundation, Heavenly Parent, for your ideal to realize in our homes, in our families, and in our communities. Heavenly Parent, we pray that as we gather once again this morning, may you guide us, may you bless every families who are making effort to come together this morning and every other mornings, Heavenly Parent, that together we can be united, together we can have a sense of belonging, together we can fulfill our very responsibilities of being able to testify and proclaim true, Parent, wherever we are, Heavenly Parent. Therefore, Heavenly Parent, please guide us again this morning and let you bind us together as the children, Heavenly Parent. And let the true love gain supremacy over us. We offer and report this to you, our Heavenly Parent, in the name of our family and Marific, a blessing to family, the honor channel cook.
Raju. Thank you so much, Mr. Ebok, for that wonderful opening prayer. And brothers and sisters, now we like to take a few minutes to be able to stretch our bodies and give it some love. And so let's start. I like to always start out by breathing exercises first. So let's deeply breathe in. And then breathe out. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in through your nose. And then breathe out through your mouth. All right. And let's reach over to the heavens and the skies and stretch out our arms. You can even interlock your fingers and pull on them to feel a little extra stretch in your shoulders and back. And then in this position, let's just tilt over to our right side. Feel the side, feel it stretch, and then switch over slowly to the left side. Okay, yes, feel that stretch, feel it good. And then now we'll put it back up and to the forward. And you can even curl your back to feel that stretch in your back even more. Okay, wonderful. And so, yeah, now I think maybe we could just do some wrists and ankle turns. Really appreciate and think about how often we use our hands and our feet in our daily lives. Really grateful for all the fingers and all the wrists and the hands and the feet and toes. And if you could stand up for this if you'd like. We're basically just gonna reach down for our toes, but you could also do this sitting down if your leg has some space, and just make your leg straight and reach down for your toes. This should be stretching out your lower back and your legs. I think your hamstrings. Wherever you feel a stretch, you're doing good. Anywhere that you can stretch your body is good. Okay, so then, I think for the final portion of the stretch again, I'll just be counting down from 10 seconds, and you can stretch wherever you feel your body is calling you to stretch. So let's start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring it all back together, everybody. Thank you for participating in the stretch and really giving some love to your physical body as we prepare to nourish our spirit body. So now we're going to be going into our breakout rooms so that we can share any gratitude and appreciation points from this past week or from yesterday. And if you're prompted to join a breakout room, please click join. And if you're unable to at this time, then please feel free to reflect on your own and write it down. So let us go into our breakouts. All right, welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your gratitude and appreciation with one another. And to share with the whole community first, I'd like to invite up Mr. Stephen Boyd. So, Mr. Boyd, if you can please unmute and share. Oh, Mr. Boyd, are you able to share at this time? Okay. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I don't hear any. Oh, lost audio. Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know, Mr. Boyd. No worries. Um, Yeah, he was just grateful. Just to summarize that, we've been able to read Mother's memoir, and for him, through his own mother and the memories he have of his own mother, he's able to try to bring in True Mother into his life through thinking about those memories, and he's been making a lot of effort on a daily basis to be able to think about Mother and invite her in his life. So thank you so much, Mr. Boyd, for that wonderful sharing back in the breakout room. And next, I'd like to invite up Aunt Carol Pobans, if you can please unmute and share your gratitude point.
There we go. So on the foundation of what Stephen had said, I was thinking about my own experience in the past few months reading Mother's memoir, but also, it just seems like inspirations are coming in a different way. And I had an inspiration a couple of months ago about making a condition in the morning to do bows. Now, frankly speaking, I don't do full bows anymore. I have trouble getting up again. But anyway, I do half bows, and I do half bow to Heavenly Father and true parents, of course, and really try to connect my heart and mind into that bow. But then I noticed when I did that, there was a photo of my parents there. So I decided to bow to my parents too. I know this is kind of an Eastern thing, but it's definitely a non-Western thing. And then I thought, well, gosh, if I'm going to be bowing to my parents in the morning, let me bow to my husband's parents as well. So I bowed to my husband's parents. And then I started thinking, well, there's so many people who are my foundation, all of my ancestry. So I did a bow to my ancestry, but it was funny because I could feel my spirit go back, not just back to a few generations, but it slides all the way back to Adam and Eve. So I find myself bowing to the whole of human history. Anyway, it's a gratitude that kind of organically came about because of some effort that I made, which I guess says something about the importance of making efforts that are different than what are normal for us every day. Anyway, those are my gratitude points this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aunt Carol, for that wonderful, heartfelt sharing. And I'm also grateful too, because at some point, if not Adam and Eve, at some point in your ancestry was probably my ancestor mixed in there too. So thank you for revering all of our ancestors at the same time. And with that, brothers and sisters, we like to now go into the main portion of receiving Mother's message and Mother's words. And so let us prepare our hearts and our minds to open up and well receive True Mother's words from the Mother of Peace this morning.
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Alison Hiroto. For years, we had planned to host a continental summit and blessing ceremony in South Africa. Unfortunately, Family Federation South Africa's foundation was not at a level where a summit and blessing could be co-hosted with the South African government. Finally, in 2018, we forged ties with the South African people and government when we co-hosted the celebration of Nelson Mandela's centenary in Mvizo, as well as the 2018 Cape Town Summit and Blessing. On that foundation, and energized by the ongoing initiatives of Prophet Radebe and other major religious leaders, we were ready to hold a continental-level summit and blessing. Our blessed families and missionaries prepared more than 100,000 couples to attend in person, and we expected millions of African nationals and other people around the world to take part via the internet. Mobilization efforts had been successful, with the response overwhelmingly positive. Most of the participants were from Johannesburg, where the FNB Stadium is located, but there also were those who traveled for days to take part. All told, participants came from 54 countries, with the largest international contingents from Mozambique, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Furthermore, South Africa's state-run television and radio and other major media throughout Africa prepared for the live broadcast. But Prophet Radebe and the hosts were nervous as they watched the skies. It had rained for 8 days, and Johannesburg has a problem with flooding. On the day of the blessing, the rain was continuous. At times it lightened up, but then it became heavy again. The roads in and around FNB Stadium were soaked. Some areas were flooded. Most people in the government encouraged us to reschedule because they didn't believe anybody could come. Some 30% of the chartered buses realized that they could not reach their assigned pickup points, and they simply canceled. The day before the blessing, Prophet Radebe had told me that neither wind nor rain would deter the people from attending the blessing. On the eve of the blessing ceremony, as the news of bus cancellations poured in like the rain, Prophet Radebe and his team went into emergency mode and somehow procured 500 more buses. The Prophet worked so hard, running here and there to fulfill what he knew was the people's great wish to attend the blessing. As the day of the Continental Blessing Ceremony arrived, the people acted on that great wish. Beginning at 5 a.m., couples entered the stadium. Long lines formed, with everyone waiting patiently. When they entered, participants headed for the 3rd floor, which provided shelter from rain. Despite all this, a festive mood filled the venue. People danced and sang in gratitude for the historical blessing they knew they would be receiving from God's only begotten daughter. The atmosphere was like a festival. Their dedication was further on display when, at Prophet Radebe's request, participants on the 3rd level made their way to the ground level and onto the field. Even with raincoats and umbrellas, most were soaked to the skin. Nevertheless, nothing could dampen their spirits. Once seated, the participants often rose to dance, sing, or applaud. The commitment Prophet Radebe and the members of the Revelation Church of God showed was remarkable. When I arrived at the stadium, I could see brides and grooms in their tuxedos and wedding dresses waiting for the blessing. Seeing me, a thunderous roar and loud shouts of Mother Moon, and applause followed. I felt that the clouds were releasing showers of joy and blessing. More drama ensued when, as I was about to leave the green room and enter the elevator, the electricity went out. Incredibly, even though the music stopped, the participants continued singing and cheering. Forgoing the elevator, I walked down 3 stories, determined not to let challenges, large or small, derail the blessing festival. When I arrived near the entrance tunnel, Prophet Radebe was waiting with a big, bright smile on his face. I was very pleased to see him and said, "Let's do our best today." He invited me to enter the stadium in an open car. The plan was for me to circle the stadium field, greeting the participants before making my way to the stage. Due to the rain, we adjusted the plan and closed the roof of the car. Even so, as we exited the tunnel onto the field, the crowds broke into a deafening roar. The participants rose, waved, and shouted, "Mother Moon," as the vehicle made its way through an honor guard. But after we had driven a few meters onto the field, a miracle occurred. The heavy rain suddenly stopped. The crowds moved into the unsheltered stands to see me, and instantly we saw the stadium was packed. I once again felt gratitude for our joyful heavenly parent, who was always working behind the scenes. We opened the roof of the car, and Prophet Radebe and I waved and greeted the rapturous crowd. The cheers and shouts of the audience were incredible. It truly was an amazing sight. Prophet Radebe looked at me and proudly said, "Mother, the whole stadium is filled." I went on stage to officiate the blessing ceremony. For the first time in human history, we held a continental blessing ceremony with Africa, the first continent to receive the honor. 162 couples representing 54 countries, consisting of 54 newly married, 54 already married, and 54 religious, governmental, or tribal leader couples took the stage. Seated on the stage were more than 100 representatives, including 5 current heads of state and official government delegates. Among the blessing participants and VIPs were 6 former heads of state, 12 parliamentary speakers, 140 parliamentarians, 219 traditional rulers, 127 major religious leaders, and more than 80 media representatives from 30 countries. Among them was the king of South Africa's largest tribe, the Zulus. The Zulu tribe is famous for resisting conquest by European forces and for playing a key role in shaping the identity and tradition of modern-day South Africa. Assembling such a galaxy of distinguished couples and witnesses on stage added to the significance of the blessing ceremony. I officiated the holy water ceremony with the heart of blessing a reborn continent, heavenly Africa, a continent of hope and blessings. Prophet Radebe came on stage to receive the holy water bowl and assist me. Rather than emphasize protocol based on his position, Prophet Radebe gladly assisted me. I strongly felt that he was indeed a filial son whose only desire was to help his mother. Following the holy water ceremony was the proclamation of the blessing and the blessing prayer. On this blessed day, I poured out my heart for Africa's sake. The hope of countless prophets, kings, and traditional rulers on this continent is to usher in the day of lasting peace by attending Heavenly Parent. I earnestly pray that this continent will be blessed by heaven. As I prayed, rain started again. We all felt that these words were not tears of sorrow, but God's tears of joy. Prophet Radebe later said, "The rain falling like a waterfall in South Africa during the blessing symbolized heaven's tears of joy. The rain washed away God's pain over Africa's misery." I was also moved by Prophet Radebe's testimony during his welcoming address. Today is a special day of blessing for the African continent. We all extend our heartfelt welcome to True Mother, the only begotten daughter of God, who brings together all the races and peoples of the world. Today, I believe a new future is opening for South Africa and Africa. She is indeed our true mother. The continental level blessing ceremony was a great and historic triumph. What a perfect finale for 2019, opening the gates into 2020. When no one else believed in national restoration, we set the stage for the heavenly nation and the heavenly continent. We pioneered this uncharted course and gained a great victory for heaven at the continental level. It was truly a miraculous day.
Thank you for listening to Godable.
Visit motherofpeacebook.com to purchase the complete audiobook. Godable is made possible by listeners like you. To donate, visit godable.org. Thank you.
Thank you, True Mother, for your words this morning. And to share the pastor's reflection, I'd like to invite up Pastor Roger Weatherall. So Pastor Roger, if you can please, yes, share.
Good morning, everybody. So nice to see everybody's faces today. I just wanted to share a little bit about my personal reflections regarding Prophet Redebe and this really historic meeting. And I think, once again, it's not what you read in the words often that has the greatest meaning. It's what's between the lines, the things that are not kind of really explicitly said, but you really get the feeling that this rally that they held was actually an historically important event, not just for South Africa, but for the entire African continent, and also for God's providence. When Prophet Redebe prays at the end, today is a special day of blessing for the African continent. And we want to extend our heartfelt welcome to True Mother, the only begotten daughter of God. Right? And for him to say those words as the leader of this huge worldwide or African level movement is really important, and must have moved God's heart so deeply, and also Mother's heart. And when we held the World Clergy and Leadership Conference at the big rally in New Jersey in 2019, I actually was on the welcoming team to greet the VIPs at the airport and to help them to get from the airport to their hotels and then to the rally. And I was very fortunate to actually meet Prophet Redebe during that time. So he arrived on his flight, and many of these dignitaries who came in, they looked very impressive, and they had their robes and everything. And he arrived, and he was in a suit, and he's a very short man. I was surprised. He's only about, I don't know, maybe 5'4" or something like this, and he doesn't physically look imposing or impressive like many leaders. And so we kind of missed him when he came in. Then somebody says, "Oh, there he is," because we were all waiting at the gate to try and find him. And so then we went and greeted him, and we had a special VIP car prepared for him. But there was traffic, and it was taking a while for the car to come up to the airport. We have to call for it to come, and so I actually got to spend about almost 30 minutes there with Prophet Redebe, talking with him. So what do you talk to somebody about who's the global leader of this kind of movement? And so I asked him, so Prophet Redebe, tell me, what do you think about, True Mother? And so he really expressed his deep heart, and his like it's talking about here in the speech, like, Mother is my mother. She is the one who has the power and the presence to be able to bring unity in the world. And I really felt he's such a genuine person, and his relationship with Mother was really like a son. And that is something that I think really moves Mother's heart. And that's where we need to be as well. We need to be feeling like, yeah, we're really mothers, sons, and daughters in our daily life. I mean, and then just the overall way that this rally took place, where it was totally pouring rain, and then I don't know if anybody's ever been an MC before, right? But if you're an MC and everybody's sitting down the back in the audience, right, you feel like the place is empty, and that you're up the front there. And how do you get people to move up the front? And you say, excuse me, there's plenty of tables up the front if anybody'd like to move to the front. And nobody moves, right? everybody's comfortable sitting in the back and just watching and being a spectator. So he's got to get everybody not only out of the stands way up there, you know, on the third floor and get them to come down, but it's pouring rain as well, and get them to come out into the pouring rain. And I was thinking, how do you do that? He must have incredible sense of presence and personal magnetism, and be able to motivate people to do something like that. So, and that's that incredible public presence, and also the humility that he had, I think was such a beautiful match together. And it was so beautiful to actually see that when I met him in person, because, you know, he was, some of these dignitaries who came, actually, you know, to be honest, they were a little bit arrogant and full of self-importance, and like, I can't share a car with somebody else, you know, I'm so-and-so and I need to have my own vehicle. And so we'd have to rush around and get them their own vehicle, right? But he was like, so is it okay if we do that? Oh, yes, of course. I'd love to get to know this person. You know, he's such a wonderful guy, you know. He wanted to share a car with somebody else. And so, you know, we need to have that kind of heart that we can relate to everybody, no matter what level they're on. If they're, you know, the president of a country, or, you know, there's somebody who's just, you know, we meet off the street, or the taxi driver. We need to be able to relate to everybody in the same way. And I feel that's really what true parents have taught us. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Pastor Roger, for that wonderful sharing. And yeah, even tying in your personal experience that you had with Prophet Radebe, and tying into this whole understanding of this portion of Mother of Peace, and really bringing out that true parents have come here to bring all one family under God. So we really need to remove the barriers and treat each other and love each other as brothers and sisters, as family. So thank you so much, Pastor Roger. And we like to share our any insights and takeaways that we had. And so we're going to be going into our breakout rooms. If you're prompted to join, please click join. And if you're unable to at this time, please take this moment to reflect on your own. And so let us go into our breakouts. And welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your insights and takeaways with one another. And to share with the whole community, I like to invite up the Lepalkin couple, Mr. Ray and Mie Lepalkin, if you can please unmute and share.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, as I was listening to True Mother's memoir, the one word that came into my mind was foundation, and just the foundation that we're standing on today from all the past central figures in history, in biblical history, providential history, but just the massive work that was done in Africa, also not just South Africa, but the Sao Tome Principe and also in South America, and we're now working on such a large stage. In other words, at the time of like Noah and Abraham, it was just basically a family level foundation and conditions that needed to be made. But we've gone to of course, the tribe, the nation, and now the world level. So there's such a massive work that needs to be done, and such a process of cooperation that needs to take place to make these foundations. And another point that occurred to me was just the desire of Prophet Radebe to want to fulfill and to want to please True Mother. So I was really touched by that, and just that he saw True Mother as someone who has the presence really to bring peace to the world, and he's not afraid to stand up on the stage and let people know that. So again, gratitude to him for in a sense, playing that part or that role at this time in history.
Yes, what I share about feeling of other families. Two parents is so incredible. They are loving heart to meeting anybody's Kim Il Sung, Gorbachev, or this Hadebe, Prophet Hadebe. They could feel the true parents, the loving heart, because of their incredible, so humble, get to personally to build the relationship to anybody's. That kind of, how can I say that? As they are messiahs. True Mother is a begotten daughter, as the world, top position, but their heart is, all of it, families. True Mother want to save, all children, right? That kind of, anyway, I want to learn that. I want to practice that, all kind of build the relationship as a families. We are families. My mother, my brother, and that kind of the training we are giving that through this holy community is so amazing. Through Dr. Yang, how to give a Johnson and to have the Hyojong heart of attending each other's. And I'm so grateful for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Falcon couple for that beautiful and wonderful sharing. And with that, brothers and sisters, I really want to thank all of you for taking this time to reflect and share about your reflections or any insights. But of course, let's not just keep it to ourselves. It's an inspiration that God gave us to be able to share with other people. But also, we'd like to invite more and more brothers and sisters to partake in this Cheon prayer vigil every morning, so that they too can be inspired by Mother's words through the Mother of Peace. And also, if there's any other ways that you can, if no one can't make it at this time, you can always share the recordings on the YouTube recordings. You just need to look up NJ Family Church, and then you'll be able to find all the past live recordings there. And for today's Godable reading, we were on episode 67. So if you ever go to godable.org and you look up Mother of Peace, then you can go to episode 67, and also Sumi put in the link to today's reading as well in the chat. And finally, if you are interested in offering a musical offering or even the testimony during the next Anshil, which would be, I believe, August 6th, next Sunday, then you can contact either me or Pastor Takino, and our emails are linked into the chat box. So thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for your time. And now we're going to be starting our Chunshimwon prayer. And so to connecting from our New Jersey Family Church's Chunshimwon, I'd like to invite up Pastor Tushi Takino.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Okay, please join me prayer. Heavenly Parent, our love true parent, I pray from Cheon, New Jersey. Thank you, true Mother, embracing all of us. Now we need your heart to reconcile any conflict between brothers and sisters. God, yes, we are one family under God, but are we truly become that like a feel close each other, or we feel that all of us are my brother, my sister, and we really like to raise all of us up that we wish through Mother. We really want to create such a community and a nation. I like to support, raise my brothers and sisters up and higher, and pray for each brother and sister's success. If we all feel like that, we can create a wonderful community. I believe that is a heaven. Through Mother, we like to create such a community. I believe you wish such a community. And now, open the gate. We are more close to the spiritual world. That's why we, by myself, have to hone my spiritual sense to resonate to the God and the spiritual world, spirit, our ancestors. When they want to tell us, we want to tune up to frequency to them, and we can feel their heart and the heart of God, heart of true parents. That's why True Mother encourage us to come to the Chonshimon and pray and strengthen our original mind. So all brothers and sisters here, I pray for all of brothers and sisters' success, healthy, and create a good peace family. I pray for this. My name is Atsushi Takino, Namiko Takino, Breath Central Family. Achieve.
And with that, brothers and sisters, we invite you to join us all in a unison prayer. And yes, let us offer our prayers this time.
Heavenly Parents, thank you very much for the opportunity we have to slowly read through together reading the same book. The audiobook is good and nice, and I'm happy to see some of the... No, I wouldn't want to say the word change, see the word adjustment for reading to an audience.
As a mother,
Available to the company with
their
example read together as
a brother and sister,
participate in
raise
that I would want to
there's much more
schools that we
Embrace
are responsible for, to Bob and Ken,
brother and sister.
and people who are involved
your perspective
in building up of our educational institution in New York. And clearly doesn't make much sense with regard to exactly
this what's needed
Building the community.
Filipino
To continue
sure. So you're looking at
sharing,
being able
building
to get second gen and third gen
relationship with our brothers and sisters,
with film
our neighbors,
walking the group,
co-workers,
wife,
the living God.
and value
work together and understand just the messages sharing with one another, then we're able to bring this victory of there is always pushing
Our brothers and sisters, our savior.
no person is left behind. All those of our brothers and sisters who have lived over 100 years to be able to share
Our John,
and everyone in the community to be able to embrace one another as true you have and that's why God has given us this treasure one who will be able to give each of our ask you to be connected to all the difficulties that we're experiencing and all the challenges that we can be facing because no matter how every person may be in society, ultimately we come down to be in front of you as your son. We're always to be able to as true parents, as followers, disciples, we need to be able to step up into this world and be able to break down the barriers, especially between North and South, and let the brothers and sisters in the North and South let them know that everything will be open. Change takes time, and we may. 우리의 손은 동계 그날도 손은 동계 이 목숨 바쳐서 동계 동일이 오라 이 겨울 살리는 동계 이 나라 자는데 동계 동일이 없소라 동일이 오라 하나 부모님 전 부모님 감사합니다. And with that, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for offering your sincere prayers up to the Heavenly Parent. And yes, we just want to wish you a wonderful day. And I wanted to remind you that today is day 2 of the Anshel cycle, which means God had created the heavens. The sky was created, the heavens was created, and I guess the spirit world too. And so, yes, let's keep in mind in prayers our beloved ancestors, our angels, and Heavenly Parent. And let's go forward with our day with love in our hearts. God bless you. Have a wonderful day and see you tomorrow.
Good
Thank
morning.
you all so
Hi,
much.
Yasu.
Everybody, have a nice day.
Happy Monday.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
inviting.
Barbara,
Thank
how are you? Good
you.
to
Thank you,
see you,
Sunny.
Barbara.
Thank you, Yasu. Thank you, Ibo. Sunny,
Hey,
Ibo.
this hotel,
Good
I got your message. I got your message. Thank you.
Have a great
Any changes there in
Hey.
Africa? Thank
Emoji
you.
by
Africa
herself.
is
Mrs.
changing big
Doha.
time. Changing big time. Thank you for your
Mrs.
prayers.
Doha.
Thank you.
God bless.
All right.
Miss Doha.
We're going to be closing
Barbara.
out this
Barbara.
room
Hey,
in
Dr. Ward.
5,
Good to see you, sir.
4,
Say hi to your wife.
3,
Bye.
2,
Miss Mark.
and